Then I get on a plane and I come all the way back to Winnipeg.
At least a plane back.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Maybe not.
It's funny you say that.
Is that the part that you don't like now?
I feel like John Candy here in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I mean...
And out of all the traveling, that's the one... And normally I wouldn't.
Yeah, normally that's the one that nobody second guesses.
Right, that's the one where I'm like, oh, finally I can just kick back, relax.
There's been a lot that's happened in the last few months regarding planes.
And look...
that's fair.
I'll quote Rain Man here. Still the safest way to travel out of all the fast travels that we have. But
it's different.
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah,
it's
just going through a moment. I think that's what it is. Maybe. Hopefully. Yeah, the one they released more footage of that Delta plane crash in Toronto, and it's not great. It's like one of those things where you watch it and then you go, ooh, I would never go on that. So I get it.
I've been watching that video and following it fairly closely. And it's interesting, all the finger pointing that's going on. It's a Delta flight flying from Minneapolis, landing in Toronto. And again, I couldn't fly a plane, but I've been on a lot of them.
Yeah, no, I could not.
I've done a lot of flight simulators and Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
To me, I don't want to say it was, and I was talking to my son who's really into aviation.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not saying it's pilot error. He may not have gotten certain warnings coming down as far as his speed or his pitch or his,
or
his angle or whatever.
Yeah.
But that thing, I mean,
it came in hot.
I've been on some planes that have had some hard landings, but that thing came down hard.
It did. I'm just happy. I don't believe that anybody has died.
Everyone survived.
Yes,
out of the 21
injured
people in hospital, 19 of them have gone home.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so there's still a couple people who they're keeping around for observation.
Which, if you watch the video, it doesn't really look like maybe they should have.
You know what's the craziest part?
I'm like, how did everybody survive that?
What's crazy about that is all the video footage we're getting from the people inside the plane upside down.
Yes.
Like, why is your first thought,
also,
better fire up my camera?
Oh, I would have. That would have been the first thing. If I die, I want my mom to know that if they find my phone, what happened, I don't know.
And all you can hear in the background is the flight attendants going, leave your stuff, just get off the plane, turn your phone off.
Guess what? As soon as they got out of the plane, Delta was so obsessed with trying to get people to stop recording because they didn't want the footage online.
Well, if anything,
they were coming up and like putting their hands over the phones or like, you can't record this, you can't record this. And they're like, we can record whatever we want, which is true.
Well, I've heard from flight attendants who were not part of that crew, but other flight attendants who have said, we're trained to deport a plane in case of emergency, but not when it's upside down.
Yeah, no. And also,
we don't really have the manual for that.
Didn't they get them out in like less than 3 minutes?
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah, it was very quick.
Yeah.
So.